Welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're unpacking a topic that honestly, we all think we've got a pretty good handle on. But actually, we might have it completely backwards. We're talking about true education, what it really means to be educated, and why it is just so much more than sitting in a classroom and taking notes. Let's dive right in.
Right off the bat, I want to hit you with a pretty provocative question, straight from our source material. Are you actually educated, or is education just a waste of time? I know, it sounds a little harsh, right? But it really challenges our preconceived notions. I mean, we spend literally years of our lives in school, but does all that time actually make us educated?
Let's rethink true education for a second. We really need to move beyond just the test paper.
When you really break it down, education is defined as the process of acquiring knowledge and skills, building morals, and, here's the kicker, developing the ability to apply those learned concepts to daily life scenarios. The text makes it incredibly clear, guys. Education isn't just gathering facts like some walking encyclopedia. The process is only actually complete if you take that acquired knowledge and put it to good, practical use. It's about building values and developing everyday habits right alongside your intellect.
And honestly, this brings up a massive conflict in how we view learning. People so often mistake schooling for education. You know the drill. They think it's simply about scoring high marks on assessments, getting the A+. But contrast that with true education. True education is about stimulating logical and critical thinking. It's about building values and being able to analyze and act on the need of the hour. Getting 100% on a math exam is great, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're truly educated if you completely lack the critical thinking to apply those numbers in the real world. Simply put, schooling alone does not automatically lead to learning.
So how do we actually achieve that true education? Well, several external factors play a massive role here. Yes, quality education absolutely requires strong education systems, but it also heavily relies on trained, empathetic teachers. True learning depends so much on your environment, your social and economic background, and taking the time to understand different cultures, religions, and communities. It's really about having guides in your life who help you groom yourself to become a well-rounded, socially responsible individual.
Which brings us to the illusion of information. It's all about knowledge versus just raw facts.
Albert Einstein actually summed this up perfectly. He said, education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. I absolutely love that. It perfectly bridges the gap between traditional rote learning and actual intellectual development. Because, let's be real, in today's internet age, gathering a massive load of information is incredibly easy. Anyone can memorize or just look up a fact, but training the mind to process, to analyze, and to innovate, now that is the real goal.
So the crucial point we need to take away here is this. Having internet access and mobile phones does not automatically create a healthy society. Sure, today kids can whip out a phone and find answers online to questions that even their parents or teachers can't explain. But being able to quickly Google the capital of Peru in 3 seconds doesn't guarantee you're actually prepared for real life. This super easy access to facts creates an illusion of intelligence, and unfortunately, it often causes the vital, empathetic role of human teachers to be totally taken for granted. And frankly, that's a huge drawback when we're trying to build a healthy, functioning society.
Now, let's look at the power of knowing, and specifically, applied knowledge. Why exactly does being educated make you feel powerful? Well, imagine for a second possessing a brand new, state-of-the-art laptop, or even just a simple matchstick or a light bulb, but you have absolutely no idea how to actually use any of them. What on earth is the use of possessing something if you completely lack the knowledge to operate it? Think about how this concept has evolved over time. Go way back to the beginning of time. True power was simply knowing that hitting 2 rocks together produces sparks to start a fire. Fast forward to the modern era, it's knowing how to fix a broken pipe when water is just spraying everywhere. And in the present day, it's knowing how to safely drive a car full of people to a destination. In every single era, without fail, it is specific applied knowledge gained through teaching or hands-on experience that actually empowers us and solves immediate real-world problems.
Okay, so how does this tie into building a better society? It's all about the link between progress and education.
As Benjamin Franklin so wisely put it, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. It's so true. Any amount of money or time spent on getting yourself educated literally never goes to waste. The more you learn, the more you benefit. Even if a specific topic doesn't immediately interest you right now, or you just don't think you'll ever need it, our source reminds us not to worry. Everything you come across, every little piece of knowledge will probably help you at some stage of your life.
Consider the stark contrast between simple wealth and true education.
On one hand, you have a rich person who holds a lot of financial wealth. Sure, that's great. But on the other hand, you have an educated individual. And according to our source material, the educated individual actually has a whole lot more to give to a society and a nation than someone who is merely wealthy. Wealth might build the physical infrastructure, but true education, that builds the very character of the society. Think about the ripple effects here. True education drives the economic progress of the entire nation. It shapes individual character. It improves our social behaviors. But most importantly, it fundamentally changes the way people think and act. It completely alters how we view our fellow human beings, helping us treat others better every single day. Society is just an integral part of every nation, right? So the growth of educated, empathetic individuals directly correlates to the betterment of that nation as a whole. It's a total game changer.
And that brings us to the ultimate goal of all of this: action. To survive and really thrive in a world that is constantly changing, we absolutely have to move past just knowing things. Experience and applied knowledge are what really count at the end of the day. We have to understand the sheer importance of actually doing something with what we learn.
So I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought to reflect on today. Are you just gathering facts, or are you ready to take action? Seriously, think about your own lifelong learning journey for a second. Are you treating education like some giant trivia game? Or are you actively training your mind to think, to build solid values, and to genuinely empower your community? I really hope this explainer has sparked your curiosity and inspired you to get out there and truly put your knowledge to work.